Good afternoon, friends, and welcome back to the channel. Hey, are you in need of a 3-bed, 2-bath double wide? I know we always feature 2-bed, 2-baths, and people say, Mark, come on, we need a 3-bed. We've got a bigger family. We need a 3-bedroom. I see you out there, and I hear you, and I brought one to you here today. We are standing outside of Tropical Harbor Estates here, specifically at 315 Bellefield Avenue in sunny, beautiful Lake Placid, Florida. Now, folks, Tropical Harbor Estates is going to be a waterfront community with a country flair. It's going to sit directly on Lake Clay. It's a 55 and older community. It does have a pool. Pets are welcome. Okay, and tons of social activities. In fact, when I talk about social activities, I've been hanging out here this afternoon, and take a look at all the fun things that I have gotten myself into. That's right, folks. All of that and more is available to you here at Tropical Harbor Estates in Lake Placid, Florida. Now, if you're not familiar with Lake Placid, it's going to be more of a Central Florida feel, about an hour and a half to either coast, about an hour and a half from the House of the Mouse. Okay, so a fantastic Central Florida location, lower lot rent than what you see on either coast. And this home is a stunner. So what we're going to do is take a quick tour on the outside. We're going to jump in the inside, and we're going to finish up with some numbers to see if this home is right for you or somebody that you know. If you're new to the channel, hey, thanks so much for coming and hanging out, checking out our content. We greatly appreciate it. But please, 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 guys, don't be like the 91% of people who watch our videos and don't subscribe. Do us a huge favor and hit that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Doesn't cost you a dime. That way you're up to speed with everything that we're doing here at the mobile home dealer. So with that being said, thank you so much for coming on the journey to help us grow our community. And if you're ready, I'm ready. And welcome to the virtual tour of 315 Bellefield Avenue here in Lake Placid, Florida. Now, before we get started on the outside of the tour, let's take a look exactly where we're located in the community. Okay, so Tropical Harbor Estates, brand new community. Okay, I would guesstimate probably around 400 units or so. Good size. It's actually in 2 areas. You've got a community on the opposite side of the main drag here. Then you have this side. Okay, this side I'd probably say about 200 units. It's in a rectangle, and you have these side streets, okay, coming down either way. So we are on one of the side streets in the second edition is what I will call it. And as you saw, I did not pay those bicycle riders, nor did I pay that one who's going over there to jump into the video, but that is the active lifestyle that you are getting within Tropical Harbor Estates. Now, as we tour on the outside of the home, this is going to be a newer property. Okay, now when I say newer, people expect this to be a 2024 model. No, it's not. Okay, the vast majority of the homes that we see on our channel are going to be late 60s, 70s, maybe in early 80s. Okay, so when I say newer home, this is a 2004. Okay, so about 20 years old. For this area of Florida, we'll practically call it brand new because the vast majority of homes in this area of Florida are going to be about 50 years old. So when we walk through the home on the outside and on the inside, you're going to notice just all the newer features that really came into manufactured housing after the year 2000. It's your central AC. Now, first one you're going to see here is you're going to have all vinyl siding. Okay, you're going to have the accent shutters. You're not going to have the traditional fiberglass skirting. You're going to have all the stone skirting that's going to come with it. The gutters came with it out of the factory. Okay, so you're not holding your breath on some of the things that with the older homes, you're going to hope that were eventually added to the property after it was delivered from the factory. Here, you're going to have more of a standard storm shutter, okay, that are going to be here. They're up, but they're not the heavy, bulky ones that you see in the older homes. Custom landscaping package that came in recently by the current owners. Another thing you're going to see on these newer homes is you don't have your traditional carport. You've got a side-by-side, okay, which is really cool. The golf cart does not come with the home. Okay, they're selling that outright. If you really want that, and that's going to make be a deal breaker, let us know in the comments below, and we'll see if we can flag the seller before trying to sell it. But the interesting thing with these newer homes, guys, like I said, you have these side-by-side. You don't have the traditional front to back carport. So they have 2 vehicles, as most people will. utilize both sides, whether a golf cart or two standard cars. Nice that you have the metal rafters there to support it. Now, folks, when we jump through the house here, the residents are in the process of moving out. Okay, so the storage shed is exactly what it sounds like. They're using this as a staging area. Okay, so be mindful of that. Be respectful in the comments. Everybody needs a place to store their stuff and they're moving. So they have everything kind of set up here for the moving truck. Okay, so what you see here, water filtration system and some tools in the back. Those are going to move. Now, this is a good size room. Unfortunately, it is packed to the gills, so we can't see a lot of stuff here. The take home that you want to know is that this is going to be a concrete base floor, okay? And because it's a newer home, the plumbing is updated, so it's going to be, the laundry is going to be inside the house, okay? So you don't have to navigate that to get to the laundry. Laundry units are inside the home. Next thing you're going to notice is in the older homes, you have built-out Florida rooms. This one came from the factory. Okay, you're going to have separate entrance there with the window units. The central AC does not get pumped out to that Florida room. Okay, so kind of just keep in mind if you saw a window unit, mark what the scoop is on that. That is on the AC for the Florida room. Okay. All right, let's jump in. Let's take a look here. So Bellefield Avenue definitely pops right when we jump in. You come into the main area, go into the kitchen. Look at the size of this island, guys. Again, this is what you're going to get with a newer home. Very large island with all of your power outlets on the side. Nice solid countertop here. Cabinetry all the way throughout. Stainless steel appliances. They're all staying with the home. And being a 3-bedroom, it's an extremely wide home. And I like how they have it set up here. You have the separate dining area. The guest rooms, again, guys, people are getting ready to move. Movers are coming in here soon. So you'll see the size of the room here with the vault. But again, a lot of the stuff is getting moved out. Good sized closet there as well. Now, what you're going to see is the home comes with a sheetrock in 3/4 of the house. And then it's going to come with what's called gypsum board, which is going to be this type of wall. Okay, so it's not paneling and it's not drywall. It is called gypsum board. So gypsum board in the back bedrooms, sheetrock or drywall, depending on what term you want to use, in the other areas. Okay, now they do have a handicap accessible massive bathtub. This is gonna be an expensive piece. Most people are usually paying somewhere between $5,000 to $10,000 for that. You see, it's quite deep. It's fantastic. They have the jets everywhere in there. So they built out their secondary bathroom for handicap accessible bathroom stall there. Okay, so that's gonna be a high-end price tag item. Next bedroom here, keeping with the gypsum board on the walls. If you see the bands here, that's what that is. Nice with the vault all the way throughout. Large closet as well. So there's gonna be your 2 guest bedrooms. And then the house continues to go on here in the Florida room with the real glass inlays as we come out here. There was the entrance that we saw there on the intro of the video. Of course, our AC there in the corner. Plenty of power all the way throughout. Let's see. Yep, real glass windows all the way on the surround. So you can definitely do a lot of different things with it. They have some indoor-outdoor carpet. You could use that. You could yank it up, whatever you want to do. But you definitely have a lot of different options here on this Florida room, which I like quite a bit. I also like the fact that you've got plenty of power and you've got the sliding glass there. So it'll be a secondary living space, whatever you want to do with it. And I also like that you have a separate entrance. So the options here on that part are absolutely endless. Now, as we continue through the second part of the home is just massive. It's even big enough to have an at-home planning desk. We have our laundry units that are staying with the home. They're both newer units and very functional. They are going to stay with the property here, and having your laundry inside, definitely a nice accommodation. Nice in the vaults. Continuing out throughout here, again, notice the small things, right? So you have to look at the sheetrock, the drywall all the way throughout in this part of the home. So the gypsum board are going to be in the 2 spare bedrooms. And then we're going to go into the primary bedroom suite here. Very good size. We have a king bed here. Okay, and we have end tables on either side, so we have plenty of space, however you want to handle that. Side-by-side closet, and then it's going to roll directly into the ensuite bath, which is very nice. I really like how they had this for this year. This is cutting edge in 2004 to have the double sink. You'll see it on our channel with some of the newer homes that we tour, the brand new ones. That's very common in this era. This was cutting edge. This was like the new thing. So to have two sinks with plenty of space in between and on either side, it's fantastically set up. Tons of cabinetry all the way throughout. Medicine cabinet on either side. Nicely done shower stall. And we're carrying over the gypsum board here in the back bathroom, it looks like, with the plenty of cabinetry and then the necessary item there in the corner. Okay, so a lot of different additions to this, and that's what you're going to get, guys, with a 2004 home. Some of the things that we talk about in a lot of our videos about soft floors or updated wiring or updated plumbing, no, that all came standard from the factory here with this 2004 model. Okay, so a lot of the things that you're hoping have been done to the property on some of your older homes, this came standard, okay? So it wasn't kind of done secondhand. It was done by the manufacturer when it was being built in the factory itself. So very nice, very nicely done property here in Lake Placid, Florida. So I know what you're saying, folks. All right, Mark, 3-bed, 2-bath. You don't get a lot of these, okay? This is kind of the needle in a haystack, the unicorn, dare I say. How much is it going to cost? I bet it's going to cost an arm and a leg. Well, we're going to get there in a second. Okay, we're going to get there in a second. You've waited this long. We're going to get there in a second. But before I jump in there, I always want to stress that if you're new to the channel, always make sure you take a look at our website, put it on the bottom of the screen, sellmobilehome.com. The reason why we stress going to the site as opposed to relying on the video 100% is because we can update the site faster and we can update all of the voiceovers. So for the most up-to-date information on this home, as well as all of our other listings, make sure you rely on the site. But at the time of this listing, taking the home to market under 90,000, 89,000 for a 3-bed, 2-bath waterfront home here in Lake Placid. Lot rent, right at $800 a month. Okay, $800 a month, 89,000 on the sticker price of the home. Seller says sell. They are accepting all offers. So if you're interested in this home, okay, we're going to go ahead and put our contact information for Candy and Eric. But they are the duo who are doing a fantastic job all over Highlands County. Put their contact here in the lower right-hand corner. Give them a holler, send them a text message. Let them know that you are interested in the property at 315 Bellefield Avenue here within Tropical Harbor Estates. And they will be more than happy to help answer the questions that you have in any way they can. As always, folks, thank you so much for coming on this virtual tour. My name is Mark. You've been with the Mobile Home Dealer, and we'll see y'all on the next one.